out of storage. Oh no, I'm out of storage. Whatever shall I do? Hi. Come on in, guys. Take a moment to share. I appreciate you. We're going to be doing some readings tonight. We will be doing medical scans and intuitive spirit messages. What does that mean? That means whatever your spiritual team wants you to know, that is what I will be telling you. It's been a long day. Hi, Brienne. Oh, did I not put the price? I'm sorry. I'm out of it. Did I not put a price on there? Oh, I didn't put the price. Okay. They're $20. Let me put a price. We're just doing $20 mini readings tonight. Everybody. I don't know why I didn't put that on there. I'm a little sleepy. I did an in-person reading today, and it went over a little bit, so I'm a little sleepy, but I'll get my life together, I swear. Hi, Serena. Long time no see. Linda, how are you? Angela, Mindy, Angelita. How is everybody? Come on in. Come on in. Sure. Absolutely. Hi, Chase. How are you? How is everybody? I'm doing well. Hi, Sheldon. You saw Charlie. How is Charlie doing? Hi, Louise. If you're joining me on Facebook, your comment's going to pop up like that with a little F. If you're joining me on YouTube, you're going to get a little red thing next to your name here, and I will try to pop the comments on the screen for the person that I am speaking to. Please take a moment to share, to like the video, show some love. How are y'all doing tonight? Oh, I got this all the way up at the ceiling, for God's sake. Tyler will answer any questions on your name. Okay. Let me get that situated. Let me do that. So the readings are $20 tonight. We're going to be doing medical scans and spiritual intuitive guidance from your team. He saw me and waddled away like a good. Yeah, we don't want to get too close. Hi, Tawny. What's up, sister? Actually, I've had this shirt for a very long time. I haven't worn it much. I pulled it out. My girls look ginormous. I just noticed, but I pulled it out of my closet. I hadn't seen it there for a while. But oh, I remember what that is. Okay, Brianna. His name is Tyler. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. This is literally the only brown shirt that I own. I'm not a big fan of brown. But this one is kind of cute, so that's why I was like, all right. Okay. His name is Tyler. And so let me see what we're doing for Tyler. I'm hearing that he has a lot he needs to shrug off. I feel like he's been taking a lot of things personally lately from people. He's been taking things too personally lately, and I feel like he's got some. I don't want to say a chip on his shoulder because that doesn't really. That's not the energy I'm getting from him. Tyler just feels sensitive sometimes, and I feel like lately everything that people have been saying to him, he's been taking it very personally, even when it's not meant that way. And so the first message that I'm receiving from him is that he has a lot of stuff that he just has to let go of, that like people weren't trying to hurt his feelings or trying to irritate him or, get under his skin. But it just seems like that's how it's been lately. He just feels like he's been very sensitive lately. Okay. You like plaid, Tawny? Thank you. What else do I want to tell Tyler? There's been a lot on his mind lately, and I think it has something to do with all of this. But there's also other things that have been bothering him. It just feels like something weighing on his mind, like a decision he needs to make. And I don't know. I don't know how old Tyler is. Um, how old is Tyler? Is he old enough to smoke and stuff? I don't think anyone should smoke, but that's just my own personal opinion. Um, I'm worried about substances. Okay. So I'm worried about substances because I keep seeing like this number, and that to me just reminds me of like cocaine or something. I don't know why. So that being said, I'm not saying your brother's doing substances or not doing substances. I'm saying that I'm worried about it, as in, like, we need to figure out a way to handle the shit that's on our mind and to like to process our shit, to not get so stuck on one thing. I feel like he has a tendency to get stuck on one thing and just like replays things over in his head. This is also has a lot to do with the whole issue of taking everything personally. I feel like Tyler might perhaps be a little emotionally triggered by people. He's a little defensive, and it doesn't have to be that way, you know. It just doesn't have to be that way. What do I want to tell Tyler as far as advice? Walk it off. Is what I'm hearing. Just walk it off. That literally means to me, go for a walk. When you have too much on your mind, go for a walk. Try to clear your thoughts out. Try to just do some mindfulness practices. Try to stay present, not thinking too much about things that have been said and done in the past or situations that you haven't even encountered yet. It just feels like you're way too much in your head. You gotta let some of that out, That's what you do, walk it off. Perfect. That's what I feel like you need to do. Just, it almost feels like there's this, feels like you have a lot of anger that you contain inside of you. And some of it is directed at yourself. And this is why you have a tendency to overthink everything, because you're very judgmental of yourself, extremely judgmental of yourself. So when anyone says the tiniest little thing to you that makes you start judging yourself, it's like you just amplify it in your brain because you're very judgmental of yourself. So obviously they mean it in the worst possible way because that's how you take it. And it doesn't have to be that way, It doesn't have to be that way. Just take people at their word. Take people at their word. And if they show you that's not accurate, then take people at their practice. But don't take anybody at what your word is of their thoughts and actions, because honestly, we don't like it. We don't like it when people judge us, and you're judging other people by determining that they mean more than they say or worse than they say. Hi, Maria. Hi, Miss Tanya. How are you? So, I do feel like you need an outlet. Hi, Jessie. Thanks for popping in. No, you get one or the other, sweetheart. You don't get both. You get one or the other. And guidance is what was told that you needed. One or the other. See, the thing is, when your mental body is a mess, everything else gets messed up too. So I understand you want to get a health scan. I get that. It's because you're an overthinker. You're overthinker. You have a negative self-talk, and these things create a lot of stress in your body, which creates a lot of dysfunction in your body systems. If you do have anything going on within you, it's something that's really self-generated. Okay. Maria, how are you? Hi, Cheryl. How's everything going? Now, we are doing health scans or spiritual guidance from your team. Okay. Yes, mental health is extremely important. Things going on in your house. I feel like you, no offense, Tyler, but you're your own worst enemy at this point. You need to stop being so hard on yourself. Okay, if you have things going on in your house, Tanya, what exactly were you wanting me to do for the things going on in your house? If you live locally to San Antonio, Texas, of course, I can come to your home and clear your home I do offer that service. It's not listed on my page. But if you're wanting just a regular reading, that is, on my page. Hi, Dolores. Hi, Linda. Hi, Laura. Hi, Sandra. Okay. This is a delicious coffee that I just made for myself. Hello, Miss Donna. How are you? I did a lot of clearing out of your energy last night, Donna. A lot. Okay, who's next? Readings are $20 tonight if you're interested. You can request a health scan or a spiritual reading. If you don't specify, then I will give whatever spirit says you need. And it's $20 tonight. And I will only be on for about an hour. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Of course, I am here for you, Donna. Of course. So I met some wonderful people today, new customers. They were lovely. I really enjoyed meeting them. It reminds me, though, that there are a lot of people who are going through spiritual awakening right now. Oh, Angelita, I am a medical medium, and so I connect to your energy and I check your physical body for any areas that might be out of balance or unwell or that might need a doctor's attention. That's a health scan. And they're usually $50, but I'm doing them on Facebook Live tonight for $20. And I'm only going to be on for another 45 minutes because I'm a little sleepy. So it's only going to be an hour tonight, regardless of what happens. If I get a whole bunch of people who want to do readings tonight and it lasts for more than an hour, I will continue those tomorrow night. Okay, Laura. But this can be discussed over a private messenger. Okay, so she can explain what's going on. I'm not really sure without me being there and visually inspecting her house if I can see what exactly is going on, but we can talk about it. We can definitely talk about it. As I was saying, I was reminded today that there are a lot of people going through right now because spiritual awakening happens in waves of people. And so there are a lot of people who are experiencing the beginning of a spiritual awakening right now. Okay. What does that mean? That means that there's going to be a lot of anxiety. People could be having overwhelming emotions right now. Anxiety for sure. It feels like chest pain sometimes. It feels like your blood racing underneath your skin, feeling hot and cold in your hands. There's a lot going on energetically that is affecting the physical and emotional body. So please be aware of that if you are going through. Hi, Shantae, how are you? Okay, Stephanie. Stephanie wants a health screening. Let me write you down. Is that on PayPal, sweetie? But there are a lot of people going through this right now, and just try to be patient because it will pass eventually. And it's really hard when you experience anxiety for the first time, and it's not something that you had experienced before. It can be really difficult on the body, especially if it's new to you. I keep seeing number 109 everywhere today. I'm going to have to look that number up. Dolores, I have you also. Yes. I'm doing well, Shantae. Thank you so much. Okay. Real quick, I just want to look up this angel number. Does anybody else have an angel number that they've been seeing lately that they would like me to check? 109. Know that the divine is within you. Your angels are focused on your holiness. Oh, well, that's a lovely message I've been receiving from the divine. Okay, you want what spirit has to tell you, Dolores. Okay, whatever spirit decides. Okay. Have you been seeing repeating numbers, guys? Angelita is seeing fours. Okay, fours are all about information, but let me check what number 4 means. The number 4 is let your truth be your teacher. Trust in all that you feel and let your joy lead you. And I will check 44 also. 444 is an easy one, but your guardian angel is wrapping you in a cloak of loving protection. You are safe. The number 109 is the hard things in life are preparing you for what's up ahead. Thank you, Sandra. 333 for Sheldon. You are powerfully aligned with Jesus and other ascended masters at this time. You are at a crucial point on your journey where you can go beyond all previous setbacks. Oh, so sweet. Okay, we're going to do Stephanie's health scan. Stephanie. All right, give me just a moment. There you go, Shell. We knew it all along. Who knew? Okay. Stephanie Stalcup Ward. I'm being brought to your spleen area, Stephanie. Have you been having some issues with your blood? It seems like I'm hearing an imbalance. One of your numbers is not right. This has to do with like a blood panel. I'm seeing CBC, so that's a blood panel. Do you have a blood disorder, Stephanie? Something that causes your numbers not to be right? Yes. Okay. Definitely seeing like there feels like there's something going on with your spleen, honey. It does not feel good at all. I'm thinking there needs to be something. Your platelets are low. Yes, unbalanced. Definitely unbalanced. It's an issue with the blood count here. There's something wrong with your spleen. So I'm actually getting dizzy and lightheaded connecting to you. Have you been dealing with this recently, being dizzy and lightheaded? Because that's how I feel when I connect to you. And there's a lot of fear stuck right here in your throat. There's fear, like mad crazy, stuck right here in your throat. You're seriously afraid about the severity of what is going on. I feel like you're trying to be strong. There's something wrong with your spleen, honey. There's just, it's very painful. It's very obvious to me that there's something going on with your spleen. Time to Google. Randy, are you still here? Randy's a nurse. Randy knows things. Yeah, your platelets are created in your spleen. So platelets are created in your bone marrow and your spleen, and once the bone marrow stops producing platelets or lowers the production of platelets, then your spleen is supposed to like pick up the extra work. Ouch. Yes. You're feeling flushed in that place, right? It hurts. Okay. What I wanted to say earlier was it feels like there's some kind of scarring going on or some kind of necrosis or something like this. Okay. So, another thing that could be causing this could be like varicose veins or varices. Okay. Spleen, pancreas, and kidneys. I'm still stuck on the spleen right now. I haven't even had a chance to look anywhere else. Okay, but it feels to me like varicose veins. Like there's an issue with the production. There's an issue with the function uh, of your spleen. Morphine is yeah. Uh, did they actually give you a diagnosis? Because it feels like one more Google. Hold on. You have like varices. They're like varicose veins. Well, I'm telling you, it's called varices, varicose veins. You have an issue with varicose veins um, in your organs, and they can go in and they can put. Help me out. They're like wires. They're like coils, even, or they can like block those if they're really small veins. Hi, Karen. Um, But that's what I'm seeing. The issue here is that you have an issue with varicose veins. This is usually starts with cirrhosis of the liver or different stents. Thank you, Sheldon. Different different issues with the liver. Okay, but I feel like it started with you. It starts. It starts. Oh, they banned those. Well, they have to be able to do something because Travis's mom had some of her varicose veins. Because she had a whole bunch of them inside of her and she had them fixed. Oh, a woodpecker. Sheldon, what does that mean when you see a woodpecker? Because there's one right outside my window. It's beautiful. Anyway, they're testing me for follicular. Oh, it might be because it feels like it's starting in a very tiny place. Okay, and it feels like my mom had the coils, they were able to do it. Kathleen says. Okay. Kathleen says her mom. Okay, but it almost feels like they need to do like an MRI with contrast. Have they already done an MRI with contrast? Did you guys just see that spirit fly by my face? That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you need like an MRI with contrast because the issue is starting. It's starting in your spleen, which normally is not. It's not a very important organ. It feels like a whole blood related issue. Ooh. All right. What else we got? You have a lot of muscle spasms as well. Okay. I'm feeling a lot of They just did a CT with contrast on Friday. Great. Did you get the results from that yet? Probably not, because it's only Monday. I would say let me know what they say, but I am not privy to your medical information. Okay. All right. In many ancient cultures, the symbolism of the woodpecker is associated with wishes, luck, prosperity, and spiritual healing. Other cultures consider the woodpecker to represent hard work, perseverance, strength, and determination. Woodpeckers are also among the most intelligent and smartest birds in the world. Yay! That's lovely that I saw one then, like right outside my window. How beautiful. Thank you, Sheldon. I love how interactive we are and everybody helps. Thank you, Allison. It was a man. It's Dr. Misty, actually, Dr. Misty from my previous life. I will check for you, Shantae. Give me just a moment. Okay. Stephanie, I would say, like I said, I would say, let me know what they say, but it feels like the issue is originating in your spleen, because when I connected to you, I had an immense amount of pain, very central to that area. And it feels to me like there's like little blockages, like little varicose veins is what it is, honestly, like inside in your organs. Okay. There's something causing this, like arteriosclerosis or something. Hold on. Google. It's like atherosclerosis, right? Is that the right one? Atherosclerosis. Let me see. No, it's the other one. Atherosclerosis of your organs. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Talk to your oncologist about it. Yes. Okay. That is what I have for you. And I was checking on Shantae. Yes, I got you, Shantae. What kind of reading were you wanting? Spiritual guidance, or were you wanting a health scan? Okay. I hope it helps you. Once again, I have no idea what I'm talking about, because this Misty is not a doctor. Misty was a man doctor in a different life. And so that past life feeds me a lot of information that I have to Google, because I have no idea what I'm saying. This Misty is not a doctor. But as y'all know, 99.9% of the time, it's very accurate. Okay, Dolores, it's your turn. So Dolores, could you please specify? Hi, Susie. Hello, Linda from Chattanooga. Dolores, could you please specify, when you said spirit, did you want spiritual guidance, or did you want spirit to determine what type of reading? Good night, Sheldon. Oh, Stephanie, don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm used to spirit giving me lots and lots of pain. It is within the boundaries of my relationship with spirit. As a medical medium, it is part of the job. This way I can understand where your issue is coming from, what it feels like, how hard it is to deal with it, and then they give me different solutions. Spirit determines. Okay. What do we need for Miss Dolores Evans White? Allison, we're doing paid readings tonight, my love. Thank you so much. It's $20. You can get a medical scan, or you can get a spiritual guidance for $20. There's 4 different ways to pay in the description box. Stephanie, I do want to tell you that this issue, I feel like, can be surgically resolved. I truly, honestly feel like it can be surgically resolved. Okay. From what I understand, you can even have your spleen removed, and that's okay. But considering that you have this issue in other places, it feels to me like it's something that could be surgically resolved. And then that would be good for you, because being on all that medication is not helping your body function correctly either, right? Okay. Dolores Evans, wait, hold on a second. Dolores. All right. Dolores. Bye, Angelita. Have a wonderful night. Spirit's telling me that you need spiritual guidance. So I understand, Stephanie. I totally understand. I was on pain management for many years before I had back surgery, and this struggle is real. It's like you don't want to take this stuff, but you're in agony if you don't. I totally understand. Nobody's judging you. I'm not judging you. We do what we have to do. I understand. Okay. Dolores. Dolores, I do have a female loved one stepping forward for you. Okay. I'm feeling a lot of issues with the lungs. This could be that they might have had some respiratory ailments before they passed. This person's coming forward because they are acting as a spirit guide for you, from your loving family. Thank you. From your loving family. And the guidance that they want to offer you today is to be a better person to yourself, Dolores. Okay. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of a whole new chapter in your life. You need to understand that you're important. You need to understand that you are valued, and that you need to value yourself more than you have been in the past. It's time for you to see the beauty of who you are, Dolores. Stop belittling yourself or making yourself less important than the people around you. Stop allowing other people to make you feel less important than they are. Your needs are just as important, or more so important. She wants you to know how loved you are. She wants you to know that even though it might not feel like it all the time, that you are loved, that you have family, loved ones, spiritual team and guides who are cheering you on every single day. Sometimes it just gets so quiet, she said. Sometimes it just gets so quiet, and perhaps you feel a little alone. Okay. You look like Lagatha from the Vikings movie. Jen, I have no idea what you're talking about. What Vikings movie? I'm going to Google it. Is that an A? I have to Google because I don't know what you're talking about. Lodbrok? I'm just going to look like Eartha Vikings. Oh, I guess I do a little bit. Oh, well, thank you. That's lovely of you to say. Ooh, I'm a Viking. Let me see. That was my landlord. Okay, all set. She's a warrior queen. Well, look, we have that in common. Hello, Tracy. How are you? Okay, Dolores, do you hear me? Dolores, I hope she didn't disappear. Maybe I should get braided cornrows. That's a picture that I just saw. Those are very interesting braids, actually. Dolores, did you hear my message? Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the reading, Misty. I think it was meant for me to catch you doing readings tonight. God bless. Yes, please don't stress yourself out, honey. Please don't stress yourself. I could do like little braids around, like around the front, like a little braid, like that. Okay, Dolores. And very sternly, she is telling me that it's high time you put yourself first. Very sternly. Do you know who this female is that is coming forward for you, Dolores? Do you have someone in your own personal life who's passed away from something lung related? A female, older female, like an aunt or a grandmother? Could be a mom, but it doesn't feel like mom. She's showing me like white wings. She's showing me they look like butterfly. It's like a white butterfly. Butterflies aren't white. It has to be a moth. But whatever. It's not a butterfly. It is your mom. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't feel like a mom energy to me. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's just. Maybe it's just not the. Not as maternal as I normally feel with a mother figure. Um, she does feel like she definitely has your best interest at heart, and she wants you to start. She wants you to start putting yourself first. She wants you to start making yourself a priority, making your needs, your wants a priority in your life. And she said, when you do, others will follow suit. So when you start standing up for yourself and demanding what you need for yourself, others will notice and they will start doing the same for you. Okay. Jen is resonating with your story. Okay, Tracy, I'll put you on the list, my love. I got Shantae. Okay, we're only going to be on for another 20 minutes, guys, so don't go crazy. And Tracy. Okay, so that is what I'm getting for you, Dolores. Okay, we're always taking care of everyone else. Exactly. And she's coming through and she's just really stressing how important it is for you to have a time, for it to be your time, for you to shine, for you to get the benefit of all the love and care that you have given out for so many years. And she really wants you to do this because she wants other people to see how important you are. She wants other people to see that you deserve the time and effort that you've been giving. Okay. She's also making me feel like there might be something coming up here for you, a little bit of a setback or a delay or a bump in the road. Life, there's always bumps in the road, but she's making me feel like there might be something coming up here, some kind of bump in the road where possibly you might need help from other people, and it would be a good time to start now. Showing them how to help you out, how to prioritize you for a change, so that when it is time for this bump in the road, that it will just be a natural inclination for people to help you through it. Okay, Dolores, and I hope that resonates with you, and I hope you take that advice because your mom really, really is adamant about it being your time to shine. Okay. Now we're going to do Miss Shantae. She wants to do a health scan. Tracy, you didn't specify what type of reading you would like. No, Susie, I don't do email transfers. I have 4 different ways that you can pay for your reading. I do PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. And those are all in the description box of the video. But I do not do email transfers. So sorry about that. Okay. Hi, Lois. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough time, dear, because I said I was only going to be on for an hour tonight. And I still have 2 readings to do. So we're going to have to close the donations for tonight, but I will come back tomorrow night, whatever comes through. Okay, so we're going to do guidance for you, Tracy. And Tracy's the last reading. I was only going to be in an hour tonight because I was tired. Hi, Brody. Happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to my pal, Brody. Was that today or yesterday? Either way, happy birthday. I lose track of time very easily. Okay. Shantae, where are you, my darling? Shantae, have you been having chest pains? It almost feels like a heart-lung related issue for you, hon. Hi, Linda. How are you? Acid reflux. Okay. When I'm connecting to you and I'm scanning your energy here, I'm feeling pain down my forehead right here. So this could be stress or blood pressure. Because normally when it's around this type of area, like your temples and stuff, it's a blood pressure issue. And then when I scanned further down, I was getting pain in my chest. Okay. And then I was very aware of my breathing and how deep my breathing is. You do have a headache. Okay. I'm also feeling have you been feeling a little out of breath lately? Now, when I'm saying a little out of breath, I literally mean a little out of breath. Like it's not as easy for you to get up and walk around as it used to be, or it's not as easy for you to climb a set of stairs, or it's not as easy for you to walk from here to your kitchen and back. It just feels to me like I'm a little out of breath, whereas before I wasn't. And I'm getting the pain in my chest. Like it feels like you're not getting as much oxygen in your blood, honey. It just feels like have you had any issues with your chest? Have you had any kind of chest congestion or anything that would cause you to have a reduction in the oxygenation of your blood? I've gained all my weight back, so a smidge, but mostly just anxious. Okay. This doesn't feel like anxiety to me. It doesn't. Usually when it's anxiety, I will get it right in the center of my chest. And I'm not getting that. I'm getting specifically in the area of the heart. Okay. Christiana's having surgery, sleep impairment. Okay. I understand about your anxiety, and I can feel that in your throat. Anxiety usually represents to me as unvoiced fears. So it usually comes in the throat for me when I'm connecting to other people. I'm feeling specifically in your chest, like in your heart area. Let me see if I can go a little deeper and see if there's a very specific reason for this. Just a second. I'm hearing about it being weakened. Okay. I'm hearing about that. There's a weakness here. There's like one specific area. Let me look on a map. Let me look on a map of a heart. I can tell you what I'm seeing. Let me show you what I'm seeing. What is that area right there? Let me look at this picture. This is it's the very front part of your heart where your pulmonary, nope, that's not the right one. Not the right picture. Hold on a second. This doesn't help me. Heart diagram. Heart diagram. It's your left ventricle. This little area right here. Let me see if this doesn't have any words next to it. It's your right ventricle. It's your right ventricle. That's what I'm seeing. I can send you a picture of it. You notice the beating of it, but not so much pain. Okay, what I'm seeing is it feels like what I'm looking at, it feels a little weakened in that area right there. And I don't know what it's from. I don't know if it's, does your family have a history of heart disease? Hi, Jen. How are you? I haven't seen you in so long. Because that's what I'm really curious about right now, Shantae. If your family has a history of heart disease, because it just looks to me like some type of genetic weakening of the heart. Okay. Jennifer, my darling, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. We're doing paid spirit messages tonight. They're $20 a piece. You can get a medical scan or you can get spiritual guidance. You have thyroid issues, which can affect your heart. When was the last time you had like an EKG to check for arrhythmia? Or last time they did a pulse ox on you to check your oxygen level? Because I feel like it's gone down a little bit. It feels like it's weakened here and then it's not working as effectively as it could be. And that concerns me because I know you're a mom and you have a child to take care of. Obviously, you're very worried about Christiana and she's having surgery. Is she having surgery on her stomach, sweetie? Like, honestly, I almost want to say gastric bypass surgery, but that's not what's going on, is it? She's just a baby. Okay. Then it's you I'm still connecting to. Well, she's lucky she's getting her tonsils out. Okay, first of all, because I had tonsillitis a few times in 1 year, and they don't even take your tonsils out anymore. She's lucky. Um, okay. I think that maybe one that's not your watch would be better. But yes, you said you had your oxygen done Friday. Hers keeps filling up. I'm telling you, man, they make you do it like they make you have it at least 6 times in a year in order for them to contemplate taking them out. But she's going to be okay, and that's what I wanted to tell you. Hello, Chandra. How are you doing? That's what I wanted to tell you. But I did specifically hear gastric bypass surgery, Shantae. I don't know if that is in your budget or if it is covered by your insurance, but I feel like it would help because I know you struggle. Uh, I know you have struggled with your weight, and you try very hard to get it off, and then it comes back, and it just seems like it's been really hard for you. That's what I heard. I want you to pay closer attention to what's going on with your heart rate. Pay closer attention to how often you feel winded. I know that can be an effect from gaining your weight back, but weight loss surgery scares you so much. Yes, it can be very scary. Or you could just do it yourself, not surgery, but you have to stick to it, you know? It's hard, girl. I started going to the gym right before my birthday in January, and I'm still doing it. And I'm so freaking proud of myself. It's been like 2 months, dude, and I'm still going like 4, sometimes 5 times a week. And I've lost like 13 pounds, and I feel so much better. You know, you just have to commit to having a better life for yourself and your daughter. Okay? It's just a life change. It's not a diet. Diets don't work. If you need somebody, you know, I go almost. I didn't go today because I had to work early today. I had to go do private readings, but I go every morning at about 11 o'clock. So, okay, got to go on to the next now. Next is going to be Tracy. 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 Tracy would like some. You're welcome. You're welcome, Shantae, and your daughter's going to be okay. All right, don't stress about it. She's going to be okay. I know it's hard because it's your baby. I know it is. Okay, we are going to do some guidance for Miss Tracy Shea. Tracy. There you are. Okay. Tracy, I'm trying to communicate with your spirit guides here, and I'm asking them, what guidance do you need? How can we help you? And they're telling me that you're doing everything exactly right. Okay. There's not really anything that they want to say to change what's going on right now in your life. And everything that is happening right now in your life is absolutely necessary. They want you to know. Now, here I'm getting the feeling like there's some things that might not be that great going on with you. But they want you to know that it is absolutely necessary. This process, yes, the process that you're going through. And they're talking about turning the other cheek. They're showing me just shake it off. Just turn the other cheek and not put your full attention on this. It's like ignorance or irritation. It's just this nagging, pestering kind of interaction you're having with somebody. It almost feels like somebody trying to fight with you. It feels like somebody trying to fight with you. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Laura. Hi, Penny. And it almost feels like, is it your husband trying to fight with you? Now, I'm being reminded again that there are a lot of people who are very emotionally triggered right now, and your husband might be one of them. Okay, and this might be why he's trying to get you to fight with him, because he's going through things that he's just not happy about, not comfy. He's not comfy. He'd rather have a party with you than by himself. Okay. But you're going through exactly what you are supposed to be going through right now, as far as your husband is concerned. They said, don't worry, you're not going to pull all your hair out. But it is very frustrating. Tell her she can take a break anytime she wants to. Absolutely taking it out on you. Yes. And I feel that. And that is why I mentioned it, that I feel like he's very triggered right now, and two's a party. Okay. So he wants to share with you what he's not comfortable experiencing on his own. He's projecting. Okay. He's projecting, and that's not fun. That's not fun at all. So they said that you can take a break anytime you want to. Just walk out the door. Go for a walk. Take an hour, take 2 hours. Don't answer your phone. And it will make him think twice the next time he goes to project whatever this is. You're right, Lisa. Men are extremely frustrating. No offense to any man here, but they're all idiots. Every single one of them. You've been sticking up for yourself now. And he didn't like that. Absolutely. And he would like it even worse if you just didn't even bother sticking up for yourself, and you just walk away, walk out the door, take a drive, get you a coffee or something, get you an ice cream. I don't care what it is. Go be by yourself so he can deal with his emotions all by himself like a big boy. That's what they need. They need to just have their little emotional tantrum. Brody, yes. Sometimes I say they're idiots with love. Most of the time, it's you have walked away and kept your mouth shut. Okay, I'm not telling you to keep your mouth shut. I am absolutely not telling you to keep your mouth shut. But when you do, you're a redhead with an attitude. Remember, they used a silent treatment and it drove your dad crazy. It used to drive Travis crazy when I did that too, because I would just get tired of interacting with all of his projections and defending myself when I've done nothing wrong. And I would just go stone cold on him and just not respond to him anymore. It used to drive him nuts, but he would eventually leave me alone, and everything would be fine, because people, so here's the thing, Tracy, when your husband is in that frame of mind, he is literally projecting his shadow, his inner child. Okay. And when he's projecting his inner child, he is not in his rational brain. Okay. He is in his inner child. He is in his trigger. Okay. And so in order for him to come out of the trigger, he needs to, I hate this word, but he needs to be validated. Okay. I'm not saying to tell him he's right. I'm saying to tell him that you hear him. And that's really what it's all about. You need to say, look, I see your wound here. I understand that you're wounded. I see this, but this is your wound, and I would appreciate you dealing with it, not me. Serena's reading her inner child workbook. Well, good. Exactly, because he's so used to you volleying this, that he's used to this situation. He's used to it. Racist morons, Penny. Lisa, I tell you what. Brody, look, Brody is a smart boy. Man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I feel so old sometimes. Brody says men don't know how to handle their emotions. Exactly. Especially when it comes to providing for a family. And instead of talking it out, we bury how we feel, because mental health in men seems to be pushed off like it doesn't matter. Absolutely 100%. Okay. All right. So honestly, he does not know how to deal with his emotions. He literally just needs you to hear him. Most men just need to be heard. People in general need to be heard. People who are victims, who live in a state of victim mentality, need to be heard. They need to know that their feelings are valid, even though it might not be accurate for the situation. People need to know that they have every right to feel the way that they do, and that you see that they feel this way. People need to know that. Just because I get pissed off about a situation doesn't mean that it's the right reaction for the situation, but somebody needs to recognize that I'm upset about it. And when somebody can say, I see that you're upset about this, can we talk about it? That diffuses a situation. It's like just diffusing a bomb. If he's hurtful with his mouth, here's something, Tracy, that I want you to understand. Everything that people say is something that has been said to them that hurt them. Okay? Every single thing that your husband says that comes out of his mouth hurtful is something that he's either told himself or somebody else has told him. So it doesn't make it right. I'm not excusing his behavior at all. It's never okay to project your shit onto other people. Period. End of story. But it helps to understand why it's happening. 15 damn years. Absolutely. So if you're tired of the relationship, leave. If the relationship is no longer compatible, if you have insurmountable differences, if you no longer desire to be treated in a certain way, and he continues to treat you this way, leave. There is no universal law that demands you be treated like crap every single day. You have to decide what you want. Okay? You have to decide. And so your spirit guides are saying you are doing exactly everything that you need to do right now. You are handling this situation the way that you're supposed to be handling this situation. So if you decide that you're going to walk away from this relationship because you are sick and tired of being disrespected by a person who is supposed to love you, and I have been there. Hello, Travis. You're walking away from this disrespectful person, that this is no longer an acceptable expression of love for you. You are doing exactly the right thing for yourself. Okay? So, counseling is important. We need to change our behavioral patterns. We need to change our thought patterns. You know, all this needs to change. And if your husband isn't working on any of those things, then nothing is going to change. If he's not to the point where he's actually working on fixing his issues, then nothing will change. Period, 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 end of story. Your medical test's going to be okay. I think your medical tests are going to require more tests. Okay. It's like nothing has happened the next day. Yeah, that's an avoidant personality. I'm not going to get into all that. Anyway, I think the tests that you have coming up are not going to they're not going to be clear. They are going to require further testing. Okay. But that's all I'm allowed to tell you at this time. And I hope it helps you. All right. And we have Brody snuck in when nobody was looking. And since it was his birthday, I'm going to let him have a reading. It's Brody, you sneaky sucker. Would you like spiritual guidance or would you like a medical scan today? Welcome, Tracy. Remember, you are the one who is determining what you tolerate. Spiritual reading. Okay, let's see what kind of spiritual guidance we have for Brody. Brody, do you have 2 children? Because I'm immediately seeing you with your wife and 2 children. It's like some kind of park or something. There's a lot of green. Do you have a big yard? Do you have 2 children? You do. Whew. I thought I was letting a cat out of the bag. Okay. Your mom is talking about how both of your birthdays are very close together. Close together. Two different people. She wants to talk about, she wants to tell you she's proud of a successful launch. I don't know if you did something new, if you did something different as far as your restaurant is concerned, or something new, she keeps saying. She's congratulating you on a successful launch. She's also talking about she's bringing my attention to your right foot. She's also making me feel like you have been under so much stress lately. Again, Again, with the stress, Brody, you have to learn how to turn work off when you're not at work. I understand how it is in the restaurant industry. I've had a restaurant and I don't fucking know why people dream about having those kind of businesses. It's 24 friggin' 7, 365. You have to carve out some time for yourself where you can turn your brain off and you are not always on the clock. Okay. Because I am just getting the worst kind of tension headache right now, just connecting to you. You just launched DoorDash. Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's so great. That's really, really good. Good for you. Good for you. I want to talk about your foot. You do need to get better about your time, honey. Hello, Alana. How are you? She's talking about time management. That's just for you, just for your family. The very first thing she showed me is your family, your wife, your children, you giving somebody a piggyback ride, and you're walking. It looks like you're in a park or something along these lines. Okay, this is what I'm seeing for you. Are you a smoker? Because she's making me feel like you've got this smoking thing going on. Hi, Jamie. Thank you, Elena. I'm doing very well. Hello, Travis Taylor. How are you? Thank you for joining us. You vape. Okay. All right. Sarah, we're doing paid readings tonight, sweetheart. And we're almost finished because we're a little over time. So she's telling me that you seldom have a minute to yourself, okay? That you seldom have any time to worry about yourself, think about yourself, do anything for yourself. It feels like you're always pulled in so many different directions, okay? She's mentioning your sister right now. And she's showing me your brother. And so I feel like this is just her way of saying that we need to try to delegate a little bit. It doesn't have to be anything major, but you have to be able to have several hours a week just for yourself, okay? Always doing something with your business, yes. I was seeing that, and I feel like your mom is very insistent that you start having some time for yourself, enlisting the help of your family, enlisting the help of your brother and your sister, Brody. Um, Even if it's just delegating 2 hours so you can go and just go and relax, kick your feet up, go home and visit your family for a little while and just be with them, even if it's just 2 hours. Okay. Yes, Lisa, time is very important for your mental health. Especially, honestly, running a business, running a restaurant in particular, there's so many different aspects and so many different arms of running a successful business. But then when you're in, when you're dealing with the public and you're in food service like this, there's a lot more stress. People don't realize it because you have all of your staff that you have to interpersonal relationships with, and then you have the interpersonal relationships between your staff and your customers, between you and your customers, between your brand and your customers. It's just there's so much involved in the restaurant industry and the food industry, and it's the most volatile industry there is. And so, they could say on the news one day, oh, nobody go out to eat. And people would actually do it. So it really is very stressful and difficult. And you have to take the time for yourself to keep your shit straight, Brody, because it's like I said, stress. So much stress that you're feeling. Okay. Good night, Linda. Have a wonderful time. And you need to get that balanced. You need to get that back in control. And once you start taking a few hours for yourself every day, even if it's just 2, like I said, where you turn it off and you go home and you just relax and you don't think and you just enjoy your family. Okay. It will refresh you enough to be able to get back in there and give your all. But when you're running around stressed out and running on empty, you're gonna burn out. You're a young guy, you're gonna burn out. Okay. And I don't want that for you. Your mom doesn't want that for you. Nobody wants you to feel that way. Okay. So the most important advice for you from your mom, from your spiritual team, is to spend more time with your family. You are burnt out half the time because you don't get to shelf it. It's like you need to learn how to compartmentalize, Brody. Okay, because this is so important to you, because it was your family business, your grandmother, your mother. I understand how important this is to you, but you are also a person. You are not a machine. Okay, and like she has shown me, your family should be a priority as well. You have to be able to compartmentalize, and when you have to be able to put the business on a shelf and go and be Brody and be dad and be the husband. Okay, those things are extremely important. And your mom is making me feel like she wasn't the best at that, and this is why she wants you to do better than she did. Okay. Well, you're not going to fail. But if you keep walking around trying to make it work on empty batteries, then that's definitely a recipe for disaster. Okay? Recipe for disaster. Stop it. Stop. Okay? So congratulations on the DoorDash. I want you to ask your sister or your brother or a manager or whoever you have to run the place for the 3 dead hours in the afternoon between 2 and 5, so you can go and spend time with your family when your kids get out of school. Yes, she wasn't. That's what she said. She absolutely was not good at it, and she wants you to do better than she did. She wants you to do better than she did. It's just a business, she said. She understands that it's the only thing you have left of your mom, which it's really not, because you have the beautiful, loving connection with your mother and a gazillion memories growing up. You have more than just that business of her. And I understand how important it is to you. It's like a lifeline, but it's not a lifeline if it's draining you. Okay? I hope that helps you. Happy birthday. You are now in the place where your solar return, you're back to the beginning. You're at the beginning of your solar year. So this means make a change that is going to affect your life in a positive way for the rest of this year. Start now, right after your birthday, a very good time to start to make positive changes for yourself. And once you start making these positive changes for yourself, it will reverberate back out to you from the universe, and life will be good. Okay? Yes, you have her DNA. She lives inside of you. She gave birth to you. You are connected to her always and forever. You're welcome. I hope you all have enjoyed your readings tonight. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I am available for private readings. Spirit messages, mediumship messages from your loved ones is $60 for 30 minutes. All other types of readings that are listed on my page are $50 for 30 minutes. You can book up to an hour if you would like. I am available during the day and during the evening up until 6 o'clock. Central Standard Time. So if anyone is interested in getting a private reading with me, I am available. I love doing private readings. It makes me super happy to be able to connect with all of you one-on-one. I am glad I squeezed you in too. I hope you enjoyed your birthday. Thank you all for joining me so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Many blessings. I think I might have a surprise guest tomorrow.